Some of it was other things. Anyway, I went to see him. And you didn't sit in a chair like this or a mastermind. You sat on a couch, didn't you? Oh. It was a couch. Then they bring you cups of tea and ask yourself. But anyway, what happened was with this ticket, just very quickly, I got the ticket. I said, I'm going to Haddingham near Oxford. I got the ticket. So he didn't listen. He thought I said Oxford, obviously. So he says, oh, get on that train now, number 3. It's in. So I get on the train. Oh, it's going to Birmingham, mate. I said, well, that's going to do me a lot of good. I said, I'm on here. So two chaps said, well, get off at Bicester, where we're getting off, and you won't go far wrong. So I look on my app. Anyway, we turned up. It says Bicester Village Station. Well, Bicester Village Station doesn't exist on the app. Mind you, it's a phone trains app. It's a My Trains app, so it's a bit rubbish, really. Not the Southern Rail, National Rail, which would have it. So anyway, I got it. So what happens? Cut a long story short here. First train was 3:52, going straight to Melbourne. So that wasn't any good. Next one was an hour later, resulting in which, unbeknownst to me, I didn't realise, because I hadn't read the message properly, I didn't realise the last time to arrive was for 4:30 for the shuttle. So I got to Haddingham at 4:38, which should have been 3:38, but for this other buffoon we just described,
I see.
would have been 3:38. So I got there and missed it. So then I said, oh, I've got a bus pass, I could use it anywhere, I'll get on a bus. And they said, oh, well, that won't do any good because Annie told me none of the buses go anywhere near here. So I got in a cab, so he charged me 15 quid. I thought, well, do I give him a tip? I thought, no, he's giving himself a tip.
True. Do you know why we're here today then, Paul? What we're going to be doing now? We're just going to...
Anyway, let's explain how, because you said how I got here.
Yeah.
Describing if I found the place. That's all that was made of.
Could you sit back? So right against, yes, that's better.
Oh, you didn't want me sat up too far?
No, that's fine.
No, because you got it switched on. I thought
on camera.
No, I thought it was not switched on. Not yet, anyway.
So basically, we just want you to tell us a little bit about why you're here today at Outlook, and a little bit about, seeing everybody else and what you enjoy about it.
I've been a member of Outlook since 1995. My mother, previous to that, has been a member of the TSA overall since its inception, which is 1997, 77. 77.
Well remembered.
And she's been there since then, was at the very first meeting and everything. So she went along there and I said, would I like to go? And she said, there was a lot of people with worse aspects of TS than me. She thought it might be a bit off-putting, so I didn't go to the meetings. But I've since met some who are worse than me at the TS clinic at Tooting, and at some at St George's as well. Well, at St George's clinic that I've attended. I think they must have TSC2 type TS, because Chris was talking in there just now about the TSC1, TSC2, and hadn't discovered it since 1992 or 3, the 2 one. So when so a question I was going to ask him, I didn't get round to it, was prior to the discovery of the second one, when everybody was thought to have TS, was it assumed to be the TSC1 because that was the only one that existed anyway,
Good question.
Or did they know there was a bit more to it than that, but they didn't know what? I know that eventually it was a book called by Manuel Gomez, anyway, he's Mexican or American, and I bought the book from the TSA all years ago, it's called Tuberous Sclerosis, and it explains that it used to be called Bourneville syndrome. Nothing to do with a chocolate company, I think, but it was to do with the spots, the pigment, on the skin. And Pringles, nothing to do with crisps either, but I don't know what it's called, Pringles. Pringles was another name I read in it.
Okay.
And then the names that we all know about more recent. Anyway, that explains that bit.
So who have you met today? Do you know a lot of the people here?
Yeah, I've met Catherine, Martin. I've not spoken to her yet, but I believe Alice is here. I haven't seen her in years.
All right.
She's from Southport, I believe. And I've seen Claire Thornton and her parents, Peter and Sandra, and a few others. Oh, and Colleen and Jonathan.
Yeah.
These are people who I hadn't seen yesterday. Yeah, I'm referring to. I mean, the ones who I saw yesterday, well, I met them yesterday. In any case, you know.
Of course. Yeah.
This was from today's point of view.
So you're going to do the workshop?
And what actually would the workshop involve? Because I spoke to two people out there talking to Annie just now.
I don't know, actually.
That's not the dressing up bit, that's the being as you are now, isn't it?
That's it. I don't think they're going to get you to dress up. Or
Being put on the spot.
I hope not.
Well, it's kind of put on the spot because if they ask you things, and I mean, I did a video on YouTube, it was very funny. I did a video and I'm impersonating Eli Wallach. The good, the bad and the ugly. I won't do the impression here on the recording, but I did him and I got the script wrong. I'd written the script myself and I'd made a muck of it, and they said, oh, what do you think of Blondie? Blondie was a character of Clint Eastwood. I'm making so many gaffes here, it's not true. Clint Eastwood, Good, the Bad and the Ugly, donkeys years ago, and I said, Blondie, oh, you mean Deborah Harry, I like her music. Now I said that all with a Mexican Eli Wallach type impression. I think the Mexican accent that he used is a bit Hollywood. So getting back to the drama bit, I suppose instead of doing it like too serious, you have to make it
Bit of fun.
a bit satirical,
Well, you can give it a go.
bit of satire.
It should be great.
It's like the most recent one I did, and I like doing him, is Billy Connolly. Now he was classic because he even pokes fun of his illness. He's got Parkinson's, poor devil, and he had that cancer, you know. I've been taking him off for tea. And anyone's applauding him, so he puts his hands there. I don't know if you want me to do an impression of him or not.
You can if you want.
He came on there, an absolute spit. He says, he puts his hands up like that, and they all went quiet. He says, you're only doing that because I'm not well and I got Parkinson's. So they said, oh, but you're making fun of it, shouted someone to him. He said, well, what do you want me to do? Go and hide in a box somewhere. Then he starts creasing up with laughter, you know.
No, that's brilliant. It's lovely to see you again, Paul. Thank you for talking to us on the film. And,
Did you like the impression?
I did.
Good.
Thought it was good. So that will be going out on.
What, not the impression as well? Yeah.
No, that's brilliant. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of the time. You staying tonight as well?
I shall be. I didn't let people know I could do the impression when I was up there. And when a friend I went with, and I was doing it afterwards, they said, oh, but you didn't say it in there. I said, no, because if someone who knew him, I might end up getting into something that I hadn't.
There's probably not many people here that would know.
No, I mean when I went to. No, I didn't mean here. I didn't mean here at all. I meant when I went to see Billy Connolly.
Oh, I see.
I didn't tell my friend I could do